Okay, we are live.
Hey,
Hey
welcome.
everyone.
Live again.
Tripod? Yes, always. Just making sure I got the comments to see because it's really weird how it, doesn't do that. I know, and hopefully everyone, is sunshine because I feel like it's just been raining constantly. But it's good to stay inside anyways because all I've been doing is Lenormand, working on courses.
Yeah, Morgan is like vanished from the streets. She
Yeah.
was so well known as being a bohemian, driving all around
Yeah.
America, but now she's like stuck on her computer or on your laptop.
Yes.
So where do we stand, Morgan? Because you're working so hard to to launch the our course project. What's happening?
Yes.
Enlighten us.
Well, no, people can join now. I've got the link available, and but we're all going to start together because there's, I just want to get people in the community. Then, there's an app, and then you can familiarize yourself because I have the whole welcome section where it walks you through everything we're going to do, that kind of fun stuff. Um, and yeah, so it's all live and everything. And so you can get in, and it's going to be learning Lenormand, from you, from your work, from your insights, from how you have, crafted Lenormand through the years, all. And it's so much material because it's just, yeah, it's a lot of material. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's kind of all there. So, just because I'm not gonna, because it's not going to be like the traditional teaching, but it's going to be, we're going to make sure it works for everybody, for
Yeah,
beginners, for advanced, go ahead.
yeah. For there's something in it for everyone, from the starter day one till the max expert. We make sure that you have like new insights, new anchor points to deepen your knowledge. And the really great thing on these courses is that there is a part of old material of mine, a video material. But besides that, Morgan has done such a crazy job on uh, each important thing that's in my work. She had made like videos about it. So we have like everything. You can have the
Yeah.
text, you can have the videos, you have direct access to Morgan and I, you know, and it is my work, but I can assure you people, I think by now Morgan does know my work better than I do because she has been through this awful task and having to all take it in and then make videos about it. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty much sure for this moment, Morgan is better and know of my work than I am. So I often have to ask Morgan about it. So, but yeah, I really want to assure you, Morgan is as knowledgeable on this subject as I am. And don't forget, Morgan is like on a daily matter or on a daily basics, winning cards for people.
Hmm.
She's like really still in the game. I somehow left that game for like 10 years ago. So,
Hmm.
but that's also a great way of going about because we all know our stuff, but Morgan is still like really active, whilst I take more in a stance from outside for a more philosophical framework around it.
Hmm.
So, and that makes us like outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good combination of how we dive into the cards. Plus, you're coming back into it and having like amazing insights, like different ways of looking at the cards, like seeing how it can work differently. And that's been fascinating because that's something that will be rolled out later on, but through these courses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the courses that are available now, they are really like they had like an upgrade, an update, that like fresh concepts, but I'm also working by now on a new work on how to
Hmm.
work better with the method of distance, you know, and that will be, yeah, really, really great. But that will also be due anytime soon, I think. and yeah, in May, it should be there.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. And that's exciting because it is May.
Yeah, yeah,
I know it's like
yeah,
time's flying by. Too fast. I was actually putting March for some of the days, like March 5th instead of May 5th, because it just feels like we should still be in March.
yeah. Time flies when you have fun. So we do a lot
Yeah.
of fun stuff behind the scenes, but we also work very hard. Yeah, on what we do at Mystery Channel. So yeah, then
Hmm.
time flies.
Yes. Very quickly.
Yeah. But a lot of great things to come, a lot of great courses, on cartomancy. But we will have a whole bunch of speakers, and the broad spectrum of everything to do with mystery. We will have some really great people doing events, also selling their material. People who are not that known yet in the Anglo world, people who I know personally, who were personal mentors from me, who I really have in really, really high regards. So yeah, make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure that you follow us on each social media. We are everywhere. Also in regards of our podcast, a lot of great guests queuing. So this is the place to be.
Yes. And everyone should listen to last week. Denny from Foolish Fish had his, but next week, or I should say like 3 days from now, it's part two.
Yeah.
So gotta listen to the
Yeah.
first one first.
Yeah, for us, we have like a different view on it because we have worked already so many things ahead, but
Yeah.
we still have to, yeah, publish them, post the interviews and all that. So yeah,
Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is I post every day everywhere. So there's always stuff going into Substack, always stuff going into YouTube, or sometimes behind the scenes, like just little clips from interviews going into YouTube. So, but I'm going to be
yeah.
more consistent with that coming up because there is some fun stuff behind the scenes. Like, because I was just listening to with Maria and the cats, we were talking about, but
Oh,
like we said a bad word, you're not allowed to put that on Buzzsprout, so it can go on YouTube though.
yeah, yeah. We have to edit some stuff out. We were laughing before we started this interview because I was I was telling something here, and we. So I was talking about someone who wanted to have a side dish, and Morgan, she started laughing, and but I did not realize that, like, I just found out that, like, in America, a side dish is that you have an extra person outside of your love relationship. But that's not the case here. A side dish here is something, an extra income.
Yes.
So whenever you hear something strange, also, yeah, realize that I'm somewhere else
Yeah.
in the world. And
Yeah.
even though we come from the same cultural West, there are some really significant differences in concepts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Always, yeah, interesting to hear the differences because my sister tells me all the time that stuff since she's been living abroad, the different
Yeah, yeah.
words.
And now I realize I often used that concept of side dish, but I'm not an English speaker. As you can hear, my mother tongue is Dutch. So yeah.
Yeah.
And, and that's something strange because you literally translate a lot of stuff from your own language. And even though I can really say my understanding of the English language is like 100%,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
talking is like difficult, especially, yeah, if you talk from the heart. And that's for me
Yeah.
something annoying because in Dutch I'm really fluent.
Yeah. Yes.
Whilst in
Yeah.
English, I often, and then I hear the interviews, but that's also something normal. And I say, okay, I cannot stand this anymore. But it's
Well,
the way
no.
it is. I will not budge. I don't. I won't run out. So you have to mute me. I stay where I am. But yeah, I realize it can. I could do better. But yeah, it's a work in progress.
No.
At least it's genuine from the heart.
Yeah, no, always. And I always like your interviews. I think that's just an interview thing because it took me, I have to edit the podcast, and it took me so long to just not edit myself out entirely because I didn't want to listen to myself, you know?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's yeah. You really have to develop thick skin in that. You have to at a certain point. I'm not there yet, but I know I will be there. You give zero fucks
Yeah, yeah,
because it happened already. Everything is out there. Then you can just better push through
yeah, yeah,
the walk of
yeah.
shame.
That's what yeah, I have to say, having to listen to every podcast at least like 15 times each while I edit it, I feel better now. But at the beginning, it was like, I'm going to scream in my pillow for like a week because I have to put this up there and I don't want to
Oh
hear
yeah,
myself,
I have
you
to
know?
I have to say, and if you guys also have this, yeah, reach out. We can make a group and we talk with each other in a therapeutical way.
Yeah,
But in the end, we just have to do it.
yeah, yeah. That's, yeah. I have to say though, that's why I was like silent a bit more in the beginning because it's like, I'm just not going to say anything I can't say because I don't want to hear myself. And then I'm like, push through, you know?
Yeah, only to hear your own voice. That's like, you know,
Yes. Yeah. I still cringe.
that's with like screeching with a nail on a chalkboard.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
why,
yeah,
yeah.
until we have better people than we have, we just have to do it ourselves.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Deal with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, and trust me, I have. It's been getting better. It's just like, it's getting better.
Yeah, yeah. But the strange thing in my practice, I have so many people who come to me to have the courage to be much more like a public speaker and all that. So I'll always give my best advice, and I say, "Oh, you don't have to give any fucks." And then I hope they don't see this. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
totally honest. No, but I'm always really honest in that. So I also say, okay, but there are also times that I'm sitting there and then in my head, okay, whatever I said now and it could have been done better. But that's the way it goes. You have to deal with that stuff, and then you
Hmm.
do better next time or you learn from it. But the strange
Yes.
thing is other people don't see that. You're overcritically for yourself as well.
Oh yeah. No, it's true. That's why I actually do like when we talk after like the podcast because of course I just re-listened to it like 50 times, making sure it's all perfect. And I think of all these things that I should have said or we should have talked about this more. Like what was it with the last interview with Denny, he was talking about how everyone wants to, and actually this we were talking about this a little bit earlier. Everyone wants to learn about different cultures or be immersed in different cultures, and this culture is so much more interesting instead of just, hey, what are the folklores or fairy tales or the local stories around where you grew up around, because like you should be learning them. Like that's if you're like say from Ireland, but you're all into, India, so you're learning everything from India, but like Ireland has a rich history, has rich fairy tales. And actually I was thinking
Yeah.
because I was like, I wonder where that would be for me because I've never lived anywhere longer than 2 years. And for the past like
Hmm.
25 years, I've just constantly been moving. But even from a baby, I remember we moved when I was a year old. So I was like born year old. And then after that, it was like a year and a half, we just kept moving. So like I'm
Yeah.
from nowhere.
So you're for everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I I I totally agree, and but it's like a shame that in the West our own culture is somehow dismissed for some strange reasons, but there's something great to find it in your culture. And but then also you can compare it with other cultures. That's like a really great subject. The perennialism. I often write from the perspective of perennialism, where people say, okay, but
Yes.
there are so many big denominators in all those cultures. And if
Hmm.
you see it in an anthropological way, you can see some really amazing stuff that people do likewise all over the world as some sort of grassroots spirituality. And
Yeah.
that's something
Yes.
I really find amazing. But if you add on something from a exotic culture, exotic outside of your own cultural background, that's good. But first, learn what your own culture is. Then you will see, okay, we are comparable in many ways. But if you know your own culture and you know the benefits, but also the disadvantages of it, which each culture has benefits, disadvantages. But then you can also, what I find, okay, see what can I borrow from a different culture to somehow boost mine or my experience of it. So that would
Yeah.
be something good to do, but why dismiss your own culture? That's something strange.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. It's like
But
romanticizing. Oh, yeah.
yeah, but besides that, if you live in Belgium and you like to do something with Buddhism or whatever, yeah, go ahead. That's really great.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah.
do it. Don't hold back in that. But
Yeah.
often they search something abroad, which is already at your
Yeah.
front door.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's something strange. And you know, now I remind because a lot of people here in Europe and especially also in America, they like shamanism. That the subject we also talked about. But
Yeah.
here, if you ask, okay, what's shamanism? Then people also think, or most of people think, yeah, but then you have to go to Southern America or the native peoples and all that. Whilst there are many people I know, they go to the Amazon forest and all that. You know what their shaman said? You're
Hmm.
crazy. You're from Europe. Where are your shamans?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
There used to be a lot of shamans. What are you doing here? They
Yeah.
are somehow annoyed with all these Europeans coming there for shamanism.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
goodness.
what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And besides that, if you want to do that, just do it. I'm not. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes it's strange. But that's also why I think, um, yeah, we can be important to somehow talk about, yeah, those cultures, Germanic,
Mhm.
Celtic, Roman, Indo-European culture, all the cultures all over the world, and
Yeah.
those essays I write about Celto-Germanic Roman culture, but also then compared to African tribes or
Yeah.
even like sub-Saharan
Yes.
nomadic tribes, and there are also
Yes.
really great big
Oh,
denominators in that, and that's something really
yes.
amazing. That's something really amazing.
Yeah. That's actually, we had a guest on who did that for the African one. Very briefly talked about it. So it'd be interesting to have him on again to actually explore it.
Yeah,
But because there is all of those, like from everything, like Norse shamanism and Celtic, but they drew agree, obviously, on that one. But even in America, the Native American medicine healers, medicine workers, like it's all shaman, but just said differently.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And there are a lot of interesting spiritual paths, Taoism and all that. That's really interesting.
Yes.
Kabbalah is like really interesting. But if you study your own esoteric history and all that, you can also
Yeah.
see the comparison between Kabbalah and Germanic things and Germanic thought. And then it's like interesting to see also like monotheistic religions. If you then see, and especially the esoteric parts within Judaism, within Islam,
Yeah.
within Christianity, they have so many comparable stuff, like the Sufi Muslims. they
Yeah.
are searching for the hundreds. So Allah has like 99 names, but they search for like the name hundreds. So there was 100, and it's like you have to find it. But that's the same like the logos or
Yeah.
the tetragrammaton.
Okay. Oh,
So the
yeah.
word what you cannot speak.
Yes. Oh,
So and
see?
that's all. That's like the logos is the light, is the creator, is the
Hmm.
word, is the vibration, and then we have
Yeah.
like the om, and
Yeah.
it's so, yeah, I really find that amazing. But I find that amazing because I know my own culture,
Yeah.
my own
Yeah.
spiritual culture, and that's already a big nod, coming from in the European
Hmm.
hedonism, which is
Yeah.
such a diverse culture, then Christianity and all the syncretism on top of that, that's like really, yeah,
Yes.
that's complex, but that's really great. And if you grasp that, you can really compare it with other stuff.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's nice that, yeah. Plus you have access to all that too. So with, everything there, because you can get to the different countries easier. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Teaching those things. Yeah. But I think that's important, yeah, too, to know that. That's why I'm like trying to figure out what that would mean for me.
yeah. Let's find out together on the
Yeah.
way.
Well, I was born in Hawaii, but I only lived there a year.
Yeah,
So, but it's interesting though. A lot of people, because I know here where people who were from here, you know what I mean, like came here in the very, very beginning and can trace their family back to the start, you know what I mean? So that they
hmm,
actually have those rich roots here, you know? Um, because there's, a lot of people travel and have kids in different places. So the parents grew up in a completely different country, but like the actual people here in America were like they came over with the Mayflower or, with Jamestown,
yeah,
however that is. That's always
yeah,
interesting because they're really, and the reason I'm saying this is because they actually do really research things. They know their entire genealogy, which is another interesting thing too, the genealogy, like to see exactly where you've been. Like, 'cause my family has always been travelers. My mom was the first person born in the United States, so everyone else is Ireland, or
hmm, yeah,
France, Canada. But then, yeah, so
yeah. But that's also interesting to observe how a tradition behaves.
well, yeah, because of the where they came from and what they brought with them. That's why learning
Yeah,
your
what
ancestral
stick?
history.
What is
Oh,
the yeah?
yeah,
What what
yeah,
what what sticks? What have they dropped off? What is still inside of you? That's also interesting to observe that.
yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Because it's a lot of it is shaped from what your ancestors brought with them wherever they moved, then with the
Yeah,
local thing. Yeah. So it gets like more complex as you like start adding like the ancestral stuff and then, the,
yeah. And we should definitely do something about that because I'm also, yeah, a systemic worker.
oh, yeah. Yes, no, I mean, I knew that, but yeah, because that is, yeah. Oh, so you could really, yeah. I'm like trying to all piece it together, on the the genealogy
Yeah.
thing.
You see, life is magical. Life is mysterious. We just have
Yes,
to shed a light on that.
I know. Because like whenever like getting all those ideas and stuff, and then it makes me think, and I'm sitting here just thinking, because it's like, oh, and then you can do that and that. It's like I need to write it down because I forget things immediately. I'm already off to the next thing, which is why I've constantly. So
Yeah.
that's why I like it to record everything, so I can look back and then see exactly what we said. Because that would be interesting to do something with too, definitely. Because
Yeah.
all of that is fascinating. Yeah.
Yet another task. But let's do it.
Yeah. Yes.
For now, we have to
I
make
know.
sure that we kick the courses in the air, that we
Yes.
can launch, that people can subscribe. Yeah, and then we really, yeah,
And
we accelerate.
And that should bring people too, because it's not just answering your question and moving on. We dive deep in that. We see all the layers. Like we want to dive deep into a spread. You know what I mean? And into what exactly it is, because nothing's just what's laid on the table. It's so much more than that. And that especially like the person in front of you, how the person's reading the cards, the person you're reading for. It just there's so many layers to actual card reading and not just, hey, I'm just flipping cards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And with us, we will definitely invite you to think about what you're doing. Have a real like also like a philosophical edge to it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be just not your cookie cutter course. Sorry, there's like a fly in here or something.
Yeah, I also I had like a mosquito.
Oh no, so yours is worse. You gotta like really get it out. Like I have the big
Uh,
sleeves, so I can just knock it out.
uh,
Hopefully.
so anyway, to get it clear because we have to round it up because I have
Oh
to
yeah.
run for my patients.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Make sure you subscribe. We will be there anytime soon with the courses. Yeah, make sure that you are part of that. Don't miss on this.
Yeah, because even the discussions, like even going into it, like it's gonna be an experience more than just learning, you know,
Yeah.
community and all that stuff.
And there was still a last question you wanted to ask. You wanted to talk about something that you saw in the tarot history group in regards of, but I forgot about it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a
Someone asked or made a statement about tarot and divination.
well, the tarot they said was never a card game, it was a coded initiator system.
Hmm.
Was that what it
Well,
was? Was that what I was talking about, or was it something
yeah,
else?
no,
Oh, okay. I
I
talk
think
about a lot
it,
of
it
things.
it was the case. Yeah, yeah, I think it's we don't know. We cannot be absolute with it. But uh, I will zoom in on that question and the work that we provide on tarot. But yeah, a way of initiation that could be, that era was especially in regards of initiation was something popular. That you graduate from lead to gold or from the rough ashlar to the cubic stone or from donkey to lion. By means of initiation, by somehow, yeah, learning, taking in new wisdom in regards of virtue, so that you upgrade yourself, some sort of self-realization within a mystery initiation bond or something. That could be the case, but I don't know. I have
Yeah.
a whole different theory someone never really thought about yet. But that's
See.
for after a while.
Yes. Yeah, yes,
First,
definitely.
have to finish my last and definite work on the Petit Lenormand, my Petit Lenormand Volume 4, which you can access first here at Mystery Channel, way
Hmm.
before the book will be published, I think, somewhere. Yeah, in June, by the end of May, whenever I have time. But the most important thing for me is like Mystery Channel, and I want to have us to have the first launch. And it's
Yes.
also much more interesting for you because you have like access to us, access to our learning facility, which is like really great. Then you have like videos. We have a lot of stuff, and your success is our success. That's how we see it. We want
Hmm.
to make you a good reader, even though if you just read for yourself or for your sister or your friends, or even if you're like a super professional. So there's
Yeah.
something in it for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, and I know you have to go, but real quick, the you get the if you do it just this week only, so I think it's now till Friday or Saturday. Wait, no, Tuesday, Monday. Well, whatever the week is, it'll say on there, you get the Lenormand Leap of Light, which is our like over 4 hours of content, the hypnotherapy with the Lenormand, the community group. So you get that. So for just the week.
Well, don't miss on that. So subscribe now.
Yes,
Visit our
yes.
website. I have to run by now
Okay,
because
yes.
I have to drive to my patients. They
Yeah.
will be queuing. I
Okay.
wish you a great day, Morgan. I see you tomorrow. I hear you.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
curious what you're doing behind the scenes.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
really
yes,
looking
definitely.
forward
Yeah,
to see it
definitely.
all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, we keep in contact. See you on Sunday.
Okay. Bye, everyone.